Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday. As a car go past. Great timing. Great timing. How you doing, everybody? Oh, guess what I've got on today? I'm a proper stacker collector. I have a white glove. Now, I hope you can hear this. That was rubbish, wasn't it? This is just for 365 and all you avid Whiskey Wednesday people. Sounded so good. How you all doing? I'm actually having a whiskey on a Whiskey Wednesday, which is super cool. Cheers, everybody. Now I've had a couple already, so this could get a little bit leery. That's very southern, isn't it? So, 2nd of, where are we? We're on a Tuesday, so I'm recording this early again, just so I can get it out on Wednesday. 2nd of January. And yeah, where did Christmas go? Where did New Year go? It all went so flipping quick. Unbelievable. But I hope you're all well. Been some great videos out. Really enjoyed the Stack Collectors Stackers Chat. Stackers Chat. You can tell I've had too many whiskies already. Saturday Stack Chat. Let's call it that. I had Cobra Stacker on there this week. Yeah, really cool. Lovely. Loved it. Great topics of discussion. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it a lot. As I said in my Happy New Year video, the Stack Collectors really pushing the limits. Not the limits, but really pushing the envelope now on his channel, which is really inspiring to me personally. It's going to really push me along, which is really cool. Other than that, it's been a little bit quiet out there, because obviously everyone's been hopefully enjoying themselves with their families, loved ones, whoever you're with, over the Christmas and New Year period. So Happy New Year to everyone again. And the year seems to have kicked off to, if you're into crypto, especially Bitcoin, yeah, it seems to have kicked off where it left off, really, which is dead exciting because you know I'm into my Bitcoin. So yeah, that's really cool. It's been a very good start to 2024, and I hope everybody is having a good start too. So, one thing I haven't shown on my channel, and there's a little story behind this. Last year, during Cobra's auction, one of these come up. I'm going to have to take this glove off because I can't. They're real good cotton gloves, but blimey, are they difficult to hold anything or adjust your camera on your phone or get anything out? But yeah, on Cobra's auction, I can't remember, it might have been September time or whatever. It was quite a while ago. Great story behind this. And one of these 2-ounce Libertads come up in his auction. And I thought, oh, I haven't got a Libertad. Quite nice. Lovely looking coin. I'd like to go for that. And I thought I was in for a good chance. Anyway, there was a bit of bidding. And then all of a sudden, someone who had been very quiet that evening, in fact, hadn't said a word, chirped up and started bidding. It was 365 Days of Silver, and we had a little bit of a bidding war, and in the end I had to let it go. And in a way, I'm really pleased I did, because, and I thank him for this, because, I think a couple of auctions later, Cobra Stacker had one of these Libertad sets, proof sets, come up, and I just fell in love with it. And 2015, 5-ounce one here, a very shiny, extremely shiny actually, a 5-ounce one, which apparently 365 got into trouble for showing these because she's got her boobs out. But yeah, that was a great yeah, that was a great bit of 365 magic, what he did there. I love his creativity, it's really cool. But yeah, in this set there's a 5-ounce, which is this one here, all proof, they're gorgeous. 2-ounce. God, these gloves are so slippery, which is super cool. They are lovely. The back side of these reminds me of the completer, the Queen's Beast completer coin. They are stunning, they're lovely, and I've managed to get this set, which has been hidden away, and I thought, it'd be really cool to talk about this one tonight. And obviously you get the 1-ounce in a proof version. It's just gorgeous, absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Crikey, I've got my dinner over me fingernail. That's not good, is it? Yeah, gorgeous. So yeah, I'm kind of thankful that 365 got that night, because I wouldn't have been able to get this set. And then I got the hoof ounce. Which is cool. Well, somebody's texting me. It's a customer. And then we've got a 1/4 ounce, I believe, which is cool. Obviously they're all the same, you know. But yeah, it's lovely. It's a lovely display. It's a lovely presentation. I think, I can't remember. I probably will get this wrong. Let me have a look. How many is there? Does it say on here? 250. Limited mintage of 250 sets, and this is number 14. So that's quite cool. It'd be lovely to get number 1, wouldn't it? I can't seem to get that. Oh yeah, we can. This is the 1/10. Tiny, aren't they? Beautiful, lovely, just as detailed. Obviously the back on these are slightly different to the bigger versions. And then I presume this is this 1/20th? Yeah. Wow, that's tiny, isn't it? I'm not sure I'm getting on with these gloves. But yeah, gorgeous. What a lovely set, and it's yeah. So I'm really pleased 365 come up that day. And let me just take that off. Oh, gloves are so slippery. But yeah, beautiful box. Thank you very much, Cobra, for getting these. He's a blooming star for getting these. It's a nice box as well. Not going to see the light of day too much. Not sure whether it's a... I believe I got it for a really good price, to be fair, off of Cobra, bless him. I don't think anyone else bidded on that evening. So I got it at the starting price, which was really cool indeed. I'm just going to put out some bits of silver because it's always cool. I love these little stacky sets. They're so cool. I did buy some more some more stands, which is pretty cool. I think I got the right sizes this time, which is even cooler. Although the big ones have come in handy recently. Yeah, they've really come in handy. These are beautiful. I mean, I've shown these before. These are just absolutely flipping lovely. The detail, the high relief detail on these is mad. Absolute mad. And I'm kind of hoping that I haven't really spoken to him too much lately. I'm hoping that Cobra has got some more in his auction this Friday, which I definitely advise people to go and watch and take part and become a member of. It's like this one here. It's a stunning detail. I'm sure you've all probably seen them before. It's amazing. I love my art and bits and pieces. And the detail in these coins are just another level. Absolute another level. Which is super. Oh dear. Which is super cool. Just come out a bit on that so you can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, they're just amazing. Absolutely amazing. That was my latest pickup. Which I've shown all these anyway, but I just wanted to put some silver out. There we go. We'll put the peninsula in the middle, which is cool. I've got a few more, but this one's really cool as well. Oh, Lucifer, the fallen angel. Mad detail in this one. Faces, bodies. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Anyway, that'll do for now. Which is super cool. Okay. So, what am I doing? I've got a little bit of time this week, so I'm just catching up on a few jobs before I have to get back into work mode. What did I want to talk about tonight? I just wanted to say thank you for all my messages off my last video. That was really kind. It was really cool. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Goals. What are my goals? What am I going to do with myself this year? Well, I had a good old think over Christmas and New Year period while I could about where I want to go going forward now. From an investment point of view, personally, I never go into too much detail, but I am very happy with the base portfolio that I've managed to build up over the last year and a half, probably 2 years, coming up to 2 years now. I'm very happy. I've chopped and changed, moved things around, and you've often heard me go on about education. I'm still educating myself. I consider myself halfway through an apprenticeship of learning. I'm thoroughly enjoying the process. A little bit obsessive over it, but I think you'd need to be. If you're not a little, there's a fine line, obviously. But like anything in life, the more you put in, the more you can get out. And that's been my philosophy as far as investment points of view is being concerned. I've promoted educating yourselves. I I haven't veered away from changing things slightly, even big time, in my portfolio over the last year. But I've got to the stage now when I'm happy with my baseline of investment. Very happy with it, to be fair. And as Camel says, quite normally you can get to a stage and then it's just time to go fishing. And what he means by that is, like, you've done what you can do, and sometimes in the market and in your journey you can just, as long as you're happy, you can do slight tweaks, but basically sit back and enjoy yourself while the market is doing what it's supposed to do to support your portfolio and make it better. And hopefully, if you've done your homework. But me being me, and I'm not probably comfortable or confident enough just to sit back. I should be, really, and I could do, but I just want to tweak it that little bit more. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about my Bitcoin journey, but the same ascertains to my gold and silver and my stocks and shares and bits and pieces I've got in my portfolio. I'm happy, but it isn't quite as strong, and I haven't got quite as much confidence in the whole portfolio as what I would like to be comfortable with. Now, that could be just me being, a bit impatient, which I'm renowned for. But over the last probably year and a half, 2 years, all I've really witnessed is a building phase of my portfolio, a learning phase of my portfolio, and I've probably done it in my Bitcoin side in what some people will say the worst market that can be, with an 80% drawdown in 1 year. But that kind of makes sense to me because I learnt so much. I've learnt so much about the product that it gave me enough conviction to be able to invest into it, even though the market theoretically was coming down. Basically, it was in a bearish mode. But I take a lot of strength from that. This wasn't only my journey, it's my youngest son's journey as well, as I've said in past videos. So we're kind of bounding into more of a bull market now, and it's a first. I've never experienced it at this level ever. Pardon me. So I've still got that wanting to learn mode, because I want to experience the ups and downs, the emotional ups and downs, how I react to the markets, so I can learn from it. So when we get round to the next bear market, in whatever I'm investing in, I can deal with it better because I've learnt some stuff about myself. So it's kind of exciting for me, it's this is a fantastic, interesting times. Yes, hopefully I've done the right thing. I think I've limited my risk, and I've got some conviction over what I'm doing. So I'm really excited about 2024 to see how it goes, and into 2025 as well. So that's really cool indeed. One thing I will say, one of the biggest navigational hurdles I found in my growing phase and learning phase is the emotion and the manipulation of everyone else in the marketplace. Now, when I say everyone else in the marketplace, I don't actually mean everyone else in the marketplace, but I love to observe what's going on because I think I can learn a lot from that. And it just ceases to amaze me that when you're in a bear market, the narrative from a lot of people's channels are, bear, doom, 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 doom. This is short. And then I'm only talking from a Bitcoin point of view, but now things are turning around, and you've got all these prospects coming forward, possibly. Um, all the people are coming out of the woodwork, and they're going, trying to sell their narratives, sell their ideas, promote their channels using clickbait like there's no tomorrow. Often, from the you stackers out there, we see it all with silver and gold. Certain channels, they say about all the doom and gloom, trying to get you to buy this, trying to get you to buy that. So the moral of my story is, it doesn't matter what you're investing in. There's those things are out there, and you've got to navigate yourself through it. And that's quite a challenge, but it's a challenge that you need to be careful. You need to be really careful. Don't marry any ideas. You've heard me say this enough. You've seen it in my videos. I put it in my videos. Trust nobody, verify everything. There's a good reason for that. Is we just don't know. We don't know why people put stuff out there. They tell you what you want to hear, probably, but that's not necessarily what you should be taking note of. So, word of precaution, everybody, in whatever you're doing, whatever you're putting your money into, just take your time, just take it easy. There's no rush. We all think we're going to miss out on something, and that fear of missing out, FOMO, is a massive thing that some people use to get you to make decisions that maybe aren't quite the right ones. So you need to just keep a check of your own emotions, and and educate yourselves a little bit. So there's something very important to learn from that. It's hard. I found it a little bit tough and hard. The temptation when you're flicking through YouTube like there's no tomorrow, and the algorithm are definitely push stuff your way, is when you hopefully I will never give hopefully I will try not to give any financial advice at all. I'm not a financial advisor, and I know nothing, to be fair. All I'm doing is sharing my journey and thoughts as I go through that journey. But if you find yourself consistently watching the same sort of videos consistently, just because the algorithm puts it in front of you, and just remember to not embroil yourself 100% totally into those sort of videos, because you will automatically, especially when hopeism is out there, and it's going to be in 2024, there's going to be a lot of yes, you're going to be rich, yes, you're going to do this, especially in the crypto market space. It's ridiculous, but it's just as affluent in all the other bits and pieces as well. Just remember not to just watch what you are comfortable watching. Watch the shit that you're not comfortable. Watch the counter argument. Watch the things that maybe you're not quite comfortable with watching, because you never know. It might just prompt a avenue of thought to look at something else, and that may it may not, but it definitely has with me. It's just made me think sometimes, wow, that could be right, let me just go and investigate that more, because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do, or what I'm trying to do, is limit my risk. Always try to limit my risk. There is risk, there's risk in everything, but I'm trying to limit it, and the more I can limit it through educating myself and doing the stuff that I don't like doing, then the more that risk gets limited down, and probably you've got a higher percentage of coming out with some winners rather than all losers. And that's something that I personally, I don't like, because who likes sitting through shit that you don't want to watch, or it doesn't make you feel good? Well, It might not make you feel good, and you do what you like, really. You just be you, do you, do you. I'm not telling you what to do at all. But you never know, and I've been apt to be honest with myself and thought, God, I didn't think of that. Maybe that person is right. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are. But just go down. Go and do that little bit of investigative work. If it makes something in the back of your mind, think, what if I'm right? What if that would help my investment? I wonder if it would. I wonder if it wouldn't. And that's the incredible journey, and it takes time. It really does take time. And as I said, I'm 2 years in now, and I just consider myself halfway through my apprenticeship before I can really start learning and putting stuff into practice. But I'm 2 years further in than what I was 2 years ago. So that makes sense, doesn't it? So the big story I'm trying to say there is, especially with the wonderful opportunities in front of us, be careful. Be really careful. And there's one great thing that I'd never forget. Campbell Finance always says on his channel is you've always got to remember your gains is someone else's losses. There's always someone on the other side of it. Always. And as much as I don't like to think that goes on, that's life. This is what this industry is all about. I want to try and make sure I'm not on the other end too much. And I will be, and I am, every now and then. But it's all about limiting that risk, so you're not on that side too much. And then you'll be affluent, then your portfolio will grow nice and steadily. And then you have your lucky little breaks here and there, but you want a nice steady flow. And you want to take advantage or be educated enough to take advantage to just boost it here and there with calculated risk. That's my goals to hone that skill more during probably a crazy year coming up. A very crazy year. For anyone that out there listening and you're just starting, then be you, do your thing. I ain't telling anyone what to do, not what to do, but there's so much to learn, and for me personally, I will say that I had to relearn what finance and money is. What is money? There's a big question. What is money? How has gold played a role in what we perceive as money? What's hard money? What's sound money? What's inflation? What's money debasement? What's money printing? What are bond markets? It goes on and on and on and on. And I am nowhere near an expert in any of it, but I've got a slight inkling of knowledge that all of it plays a part in how it affects what we do going forward when we try to invest and better ourselves with our portfolio. So it's up to you. You don't have to do any of this. You can just turn up, buy some shit, and hope it works for you. But don't think to yourself that it's just going to work. You might be lucky, just like we can be lucky at the horses or at a casino. Oh, what a lovely sound! But you want to try and, like playing poker, you want to know what your risks are. You want to know what your percentages are. And you can only do that by learning, absolutely learning. So. But I don't want to put anyone off. So that's one of my goals for this year, 2024. I have another goal. I think I've already said this already. I hope, because my love for silver is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I can be as addictive to this stuff just as much as anyone else can be. You know, when you just look at these pieces, you know, the temptation to just, oh man, just buy it is ridiculous to me, and that's a massive, massive, massive thorn in my side, really. Once I start going online and clicking around all the different websites that I've used and I save on my computer, there's some beautiful stuff out there, but I will say the reason why it's beautiful and it's shiny is because it's made that way for us to buy it. It's a consumer-based business, just like anything else is, and there's no doubting that because it has a use in the world, and over the years we've ended up with this spot price that the whole market seems to work its way from. I'm not interested in whether it's manipulated or not. That's just opinions, and probably most of you are right, maybe most of you are wrong. I really don't know, but I've gone beyond that bit. My time and energy is into what's good for me, not worrying about whether things are manipulated or not. You know, you go through your learning curve with that, and you come out the other side with a basic opinion of whether that is the case or not. And that's I've got my own personal opinion on that, and you guys need to, you know, not listen to my opinion, but work it out for yourselves, because you will flourish. You will definitely start to spend your money so much more wiser. But there's no getting away from it. Silver is it's an Achilles heel of mine. Especially now they're bringing out these beautiful art pieces, because I'm a sucker for that. But I don't mind being a sucker for that. I really don't mind. Because like anything, I can limit myself on those art pieces and basically spend my money on what I actually want. I've got my base level of what I'm happy with silver, so yeah, I can actually start to enjoy it for what it is. It's a part of my portfolio now, and I'm fortunate to be able to just enjoy the stuff that I like to enjoy. So, but that has been a hard learning process, and you know, it's down to you guys to work that one out for yourself, without a doubt. So from a silver point of view, as long as I can stay disciplined, as long as I can be good, you know, I shall continue to collect. I call it collect stack. I love the stack collector, because really you're a stacker, because you're all this stuff is 2 ounces, you know, with this stuff in front of you. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 10 ounces of silver. So I'm stacking it because it's got weight. This is my, you know, the way I look at it, and it's got some premium artwork to it as well, so which I really do enjoy, and it's lovely to get out and look at. Pardon me. So they're the pieces I want to enjoy more of. Now I'm very lucky enough to be going. This is going to be really, 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 really a good test for me, because we're going off to the Berlin Coin Show in 4 weeks' time. And I'm sure there's going to be some absolutely stunning stuff there. But I'm going to try and obviously we'll get some footage while we're there, and we'll try and if we can, we'll try and bring that experience back to you guys, so you know what it's like. But yeah, there's going to be some tempting things there. I'm sure it's going to be a real test of my own personal discipline. But I'm really looking forward to it, because I really want to know, from an investment point of view, and from my own portfolio point of view, I want to know more about the marketplace and what these manufacturers and mints are doing. And the only way I can do that is to go and suss it out, really. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. Now that brings me on to gold, another love of mine. I don't show a lot, but I've shown some in the past. Now again, what I've got is okay. It's probably not as base level packed in my portfolio as what I'd like personally, but again, I'm probably through 2024. Someone's actually set me a challenge to stack collect a certain amount of ounces for the year, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to have a go at that. But I'm not going to just throw caution to the wind with it. I'm going to apply a totally different. I'm going to try and apply a totally different mentality to it. And what I'm doing now is, now I'm 2 years in. Instead of me just, that's so tempting, because again, gold, it's gorgeous. Gold, it's lovely. There's some beautiful things out there. I possibly think from an artistic point of view, there's nicer stuff in silver, but gold is gold. We all know what gold is. But we're talking about a totally different level of income to purchase. It's a lot more expensive, obviously. So I like the idea. Now it's very tempting. Like in the past, I would have just gone, sod it, let's just go and get a few ounces a month and whatever. And I'm not a little bit haphazard over what I'm buying. Probably just buying it because it looks good or whatever. But this year, part of my challenge with gold, building on my gold portfolio, will be to try and do it in the best, wisest way possible that makes sense to me. And that's interesting from my point of view in my journey, because I maybe wouldn't have had that attitude before. Now it's a little bit more calmer, a little bit more strategical. And there's a few more boxes. What I'm trying to say, there's probably with all my purchases now, I've got a set of rules, and I have to tick those boxes for me to be. I don't have to, obviously, but I have to discipline myself to tick those boxes to say, okay, we've got to keep the parrot quiet on my shoulder that says, what are you doing that for? That's not the right thing to do. That constant nag in your head when you go a little bit mad with your buying. So I want to keep that parrot quiet, and by following some basic rules, which I've built up myself, which makes sense for me. They're my rules. I've only come up with those through education and work, really, to be honest. But gold, I will probably invest more into gold this year if I can. I'm not going to say how much. It's pointless. I cannot see the point of telling everybody what I'm doing when all I want is everybody to do what they can do. But I will say that I will definitely would like to build more of a base stack of gold. Now there's a little bit of a flip to that. And that's, I still haven't got my base portfolio satisfactory in my stocks and shares portfolio setup. So there's a little bit of a trade-off going here. I have to do a lot of risk assessment. I call it risk assessment, risk analysis. This might bore you, but I'm going to tell you. This is my thinking. Now, with gold, we've got consistency in value. And I'm only talking about spot price here, because that's a driver of everything. Premiums are premiums. But I always look at a spot price and keeping an eye on the charts, keeping an eye on what's going on in the world, what affects it, what doesn't affect it. and then I've got to draw that balance between opportunity with within my stocks and shares portfolio. I love to invest in innovative, disruptive technology. And if you don't know what that means, go and learn about that. But basically, it's we're going into a tech world more and more. So I believe personally, if I'm going to invest my money, I'm not just going to go for that's been a dead cert for years and years and years. Nothing's a dead cert, for God's sake, man. But if you're looking for a return, risk reward, then we need to be. Well, I personally, you do what you like, you do you. But I personally want to be looking at things that are going to disrupt, but be innovative in our world that's changing more very quickly. So I have to be very aware of what's going on there, and so there's a bit of a trade-off with that, with gold for me, because if I need if I see an opportunity and I need to get into a certain space, and I have to trade off gold, which I know my gold-based portfolio is just ticking along, and to be fair, it just protects your wealth of what you've, to a degree, it protects your money that you've put onto it consistently. So there's a big way up for me in my mind in 2024 how I go about bringing those portfolios to a level. And this is the challenge. This is what I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. This is a challenge, for me personally. It's not all about, I need to get so many ounces of gold. Well, yeah, I do, but I don't need to, because I've done a bit of work over the last couple of years to get a base level there. But I would still like to improve that. But I've got to look at, the balance of the diversification in the portfolio, and getting that right too. And in an ever-changing, changing quickly world, you've got to be on point with it. You've got to be on point, but you've got to have a plan, and you've got to try and keep to it to a degree. So I would love to turn around and say, I'm going to get 20 ounces of gold this year. That's my goal. I only said 20 ounces because I just said 20 ounces. Could be 10, could be 30, could be 40. But I'm not going to commit to that, because I know with an ever increasing changing environment that's rapidly changing so quickly, I might not be able to be as consistent in building that base. Well, I need to be looking at opportunities that maybe I need to be getting into now to be of more benefit down the line in the stocks and shares part. I hope that makes sense. And last but not least, brings me on to crypto. Don't like calling it crypto, but it is crypto. But I only do Bitcoin. Now that's a lie, because I didn't. A little while ago, I was confident enough to buy another cryptocurrency that I saw some opportunity in, and I actually pulled it off, which was really cool, and that made me feel so good. I actually invested a certain amount of money. It actually did what I thought it would do, because I believed in it. Might be lucky, might be not, I don't know, I haven't got a clue, but it's irrelevant because it worked. And what I'm really proud of, I'm personally proud of myself with this, is that I set myself a goal to pull it. And the first thing I did was pull my initial investment, so I got my money back. And then I hopefully timed it, and this is why I watch things on a regular basis. I hopefully timed it to actually let the profit sit in there and continue to build, which I did. And then I got to a certain stage. I thought to myself, right, I need to set a target, let it hit that target, and basically doubled my money, which was really cool. And I used that money to buy some more Bitcoin, which that purchase of Bitcoin was totally free. And I paused there on purpose because that's the first time in my journey that I've used my knowledge and experience, albeit not a lot of knowledge and experience, but it is some, and it actually fundamentally, from a risk analysis point of view, from a lot of help from watching Camel Finance, learning structure, learning about cycles, learning about fear and greed, learning about the marketplace, allowed me to make a 4-figure sum of profit to buy something else that I believe in for nothing. And that I'm really proud of myself personally. And so thank you for everyone out there that's allowed me to educate myself. So yeah, that happened a few weeks ago, and that's given me a lot of confidence in the process. Now, it doesn't mean to say that's going to happen every time, but it's given me confidence. And without that learning process, and without all that learning, then maybe I would never have, that maybe it'd just been a gamble. I might never ever taken it. I might have stuck it into something else and lost a lot. But I didn't. Maybe that's lucky. Maybe there's a few people shouting at me saying, "You're lucky." But then it's no luckier than reading the markets, buying your silver at a very low price 10, 20 years ago, and then getting into this sort of stage, having confidence in it, or gold or whatever, having confidence in it and getting to a stage where, okay, I can sell something and buy something with the profit. It's free. It's absolutely free. So yeah, took it, reinvested, bang. And fortunately enough, Bitcoin, since I did that, has gave me even bigger return on that investment, which was free in a way. I know you've got to declare it and all this sort of stuff, but that's something my accountant sorts out for me. But in a way, just think about it. It's free. It's free. It's wonderful. The system works. It can work against you, but I'd rather, when it does work against me, that my risk is far less, and I'm far likely to lose less money, or something might happen that you've got no control over, because most of it you've got no control over. So that was it was a lovely experience. There's always that, have I got, oh crikey, I have a phone call. And you can guess who it's from, and I'll leave the recording going and I'll answer it and put it on loudspeaker, because you'll all recognise the voice.
Hello,
and there's the voice. Who is that?
what's happening?
There you go. You're on my video, dude.
What? Again?
You're on my video again. Yeah, I'm doing a Whiskey Wednesday at the moment, and I thought, hey, the phone's rung, and lo and behold, I'm interrupted by the Cobra Stacker again.
Well, say hello to everyone for me.
You've just said it, dude, and you're right next.
Can they hear me?
Oh, absolutely. I haven't stopped recording, and you can say hi.
Hello, everyone, and a happy new year from Creative Precious Metals and the Cobra Stacker.
Oh, you couldn't write the script, could you? Right, I'm just gonna pause the video now, mate. And
No, do your thing. Go on, carry on.
Wow, sorry about that. That was not that but just had a wonderful chat with the great Cobra Stacker. We often catch up, as I said in my last video, without too much detail. We've got a great friendship going now, and he always has a chat with me and lets me know what he's doing and whatever, and which is super cool. So I do apologise about that, but it was wonderful to hear from him. It's never not wonderful to hear from the Cobra Stacker. And while I'm still thinking of it, before I just move on to the very last segment of my Whiskey Wednesday today, his next live auction is this Friday at 7 o'clock on the Cobra Stackers channel. He's just given me a little bit of an insight into what he's got, which obviously he puts out on video especially to members. So if you want to know a little bit more detail, get yourself signed up. It don't cost a lot of money. And to be fair, when I know this personally, although a lot of people could say, "Oh yeah, your mates," you would say that, but fuck it, I don't care. You think what you want to think. But I do know personally and legitimately, he doesn't get a lot from it at all, really. And he always puts back into the community. He's trying to build something, and he knows, and his wisdom knows that trying to be greedy early doesn't get you anywhere in life when you're building a business or or trying to do anything that you're putting back into a community. So yeah, take it how you want to take it, but that's who he is. He's a good guy. Anyway, yeah, his auction is this Friday, 7 o'clock, Cobra Stackers channel. Yeah, you don't want to miss it. It's good fun. It's really good fun. I try and help out if I can, if my stupid brain can keep up with the content. But I do try. Right, my last segment, I'm just going to move that night. We're talking about 2024. Now, my last segment, as you all know, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I've been very fortunate. I'm not going to bore the hell out of you, but I'm going to talk about it because a lot of people are interested in it. My Bitcoin journey, I've spent a lot of time and energy, like everything else I've invested in, building a base layer through some difficult times, but I've managed to do it. And yeah, that's sitting there quite pretty. I've been continuing to stack as much as I can. Yeah, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's a lot of money." But when you break it down into satoshis, or sats as it's called, when there's 100 million of them per Bitcoin, yeah, just owning a little bit in a technology, in a financial technology that could possibly be or play a massive role in the new digital age that we are accelerating into. To ignore that, for me, is ridiculously stupid. But that's a personal thing, and it's an educational thing. But, to give you an example, if the figures turn you on, and yeah, it's hindsight's a great thing, and it's all good while it's good, but my 500 sub giveaway, which hopefully most people know about by now, probably, I don't know the date exactly off the top of my head, I purchased £100 worth of Bitcoin, put it into cold storage, and I produce shorts. Normally try and do them once a week, just with an update of how that's going. And when I get to 500 subscribers, however long that takes, because I'm never in a rush, I don't care whether it takes me a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It's irrelevant to me, my channel, and at my age. But yeah, we'll probably get there one day, and hopefully that there'll be some questions, and the lucky winner will see the value of whatever that is. And at present, I'm sure I did it about September. I'll check it. Some of you might know. That is before I recorded this video. I had a quick look in my cold storage, and it was at £161. So in a matter of 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is, it's increased by 61%. I paused deliberately there. 61%. Fantastic return. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, but it's going up." Yeah. Well, that's fine. I didn't have to do it, and it may go down. Who knows? But I'm sure I'm not sure. It's ridiculous to say I'm sure, but I'm fairly confident that that will be a nice gift to give to someone when the time's right, when we hit the right goals, when we get to 500 subscribers. So yeah, you might hate it, and don't enter, or don't worry about it. But yeah, it's a nice. The whole process is to show the value, or the store of value a new commodity can be if you educate yourselves. And as I said, there's nothing guaranteed, but friggin' hell, nothing that I invest in all sorts. It's very diversified, my portfolio. It's worth quite a bit of money, and nothing in that portfolio is guaranteed. There's a possibility that every single thing in there, like someone asked me the other day, do you think that something will go to naught? And I said, yeah, I do. And that applies to everything I invest in. There's always that possibility. The art of it all is to educate yourself and limit the risk and work out the risk ratio. You've got to work it out. Because once you learn to work that one out, you can protect your risk. Do watch Camel Finance. You'll learn a lot. But you learn a lot from a lot of other people too. And that's what it's all about. But that's life. That's normal life. You know, there's risk in marriage. There's risk in having kids. There's risk in buying a car. There's risk in just going on a bus in the morning. There's a risk crossing the road. You know, don't get married to stuff. You know, married to fucking ideas. It's crazy. Crazy. Anyway, so yeah, getting back to Bitcoin. Am I satisfied with the portfolio there? Yes, I am. If there's a possibility for me to add, I will add, albeit that can be quite demanding because of how much it is. But it's not a priority in my portfolio now because I've done the work. And I've done the work through some frigging difficult times. So if anyone wants to shout at me saying, yeah, you're lucky, well, bollocks, whatever, yeah, maybe. If you've done what I did, why I did it, and during the circumstances I did it, then yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's fine. Maybe I will be lucky, maybe I'm not. Maybe I am. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The fundamental thing I'm trying to say is that the work has been done, the foundation's been done, just like in silver, gold, whatever you're doing, stocks and shares, get your foundations right and then build from there and then diversify from there. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's a bit of a ramble. Gone on for a bit there. I'm not sure how long that one was. Well, I think I'll call it a day there now. And yeah, that's Whiskey Wednesday for this week. Look after yourselves. Remember, be careful out there. There's a lot of hopeism. There's a lot of scammers. There's a lot of people that want your frigging hard-earned money. Just be careful. Educate yourselves big time. And yeah, take care. Enjoy it. Look after yourselves. See you later. Bye.